Hi, this is Tom Bailey for the Commercial Appeal in Developing Stories. Anybody who's at all familiar with the north side of downtown probably feels they know the property boundaries for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. After all, the tall, pointy fence line seems to identify the hospital's property inside the wrought iron and the guarded entry gates. But not really. St. Jude for years has been buying more and more property around its campus. Last fall, hospital executives told city officials that by June 30th, 2 weeks from today, St. Jude would be ready to reveal plans for substantial investment in more buildings, employees, and patients. Okay, we may have to wait a bit to learn exactly what the substantial investment and the possible expansion is going to be like from St. Jude. But we do know already, thanks to public records, how St. Jude has been expanding its property on the edges of its main campus. Here's an aerial map, and here you can see Danny Thomas Boulevard forms basically the eastern boundary. A.W. Willis, which has turned into, from North Parkway, A.W. Willis here forms the northern boundary. 3rd Street forms the western boundary over near the Pinch, and here is Jackson and I-40 that forms the southern boundary. Okay, here on another map, I'm going to outline what is basically the main campus, starting up here at the northeast corner. Here is where Willis comes north, forms the northern boundary. Then we go down 3rd Street, and then we go down Jackson, forms the southern boundary. It sort of curves up here into Danny Thomas, which forms the eastern boundary. Roughly, that's the main campus. Okay, using the magic of time-lapse video, I'm now going to mark a bunch of the properties that St. Jude has purchased over the years beyond its sort of main campus. The prices St. Jude has been paying for these properties have varied greatly. I'll give a few for example. In July 2012, it picked up at a tax sale this small parcel here for just $2,000. But in March of this year, it bought a fairly large warehouse right here for $6 million. And in March of 2015, it bought this city property here for $660,000. And here just earlier this year, it purchased the old downtown, well, not the old, it's still operating now, downtown veterinary clinic for $875,000. So to conclude, we don't know yet what St. Jude's expansion plans are. However, we can look at this map and know that if it wants to go west toward the river into the Pinch District, it has a solid property ownership across 3rd Street, on the other side of 3rd, and even lining the west side of 2nd Street here.